You're watching Chronicles. I'm Jamie. This week I've got brain surgery and it's starting to freak me out a little. The gravity of the situation that is ahead of me is, I don't want to say finally coming home, but it's really weighing on me at the moment. Obviously, coming from my bleed that brought this up through diagnosis to actually having surgery is a little over a month, which is a super fast time. And it's literally like if my life was a box of marbles, the universe just went bleh. So I've had to deal with a huge amount of stuff in a short amount of time. I've been using distraction as a coping technique. Things like I've been playing games on my clever rectangle. The vlogging this has helped massively because it takes quite a lot of time to do this, so it busies me, it keeps me concentrated. But also in the last video you would have seen that we have family visiting, and that wasn't them rallying to our side to help us out, although I'm 100% sure that they would have if we wanted to. That was just a happy coincidence in a really messed up time. We had planned to go traveling to Vietnam. I got my date for surgery, and you know what? I figured, why not? What am I going to do? Sit in KL and mull it over and just get even more anxious as the time went on. I figured I'd use the traveling as a bit of a test as well, because I've got to travel halfway across the world to have this done, and if I can't fly 3 hours to another country, then how am I gonna get halfway across the world? So we went to two places. One was Hanoi. If you go to Hanoi, then you know this is how you cross a road. So crossing the road in Vietnam can be a little bit tricky. You've got to keep your eyes in every direction and basically be incredibly bold. Something like that. Happy days. Didn't die. If you're in Vietnam, then you have to eat this.
I'll tell you now.
She will tell you now. If you find yourself in Hanoi, you should try the pho bo or pho ga. It's like a noodle soup, which is really, really tasty. That's hot. Whilst you're in Hanoi, you've got to go and get yourself some egg coffee. But you've got to go to Hiang Cafe. That's the original place. And I know what you're thinking. Ugh, egg coffee, but it's literally like drinking a dessert. It's insane. We had an overnight trip booked to Ha Long Bay. Now I've been to Ha Long Bay before, and if you get the chance to go there, please do. It's absolutely amazing. But I knew exactly how remote Ha Long Bay is. Now, as I was on the bus and we were going around the different hotels picking people up, my anxiety started to build, and the fear of being so far out of a major population really started to freak me out. I had a word with the rep on the bus, and I just asked him, you know, if worst came to worst, I know that the chance of getting another bleed is relatively low. I think it's like a 10% chance at the moment. But I asked him how quickly could I get to a medical facility, not necessarily a specialist, just a medical facility. It was like 2 hours. I couldn't handle that. I got off the bus, went into full meltdown, had to get back to the apartment that we were staying in, just slept for like 5 hours. But if I hadn't have done that, if I hadn't tried, then I may well have do that on the 14-hour flight to Germany. Getting off a bus is considerably easier than getting off a plane at 30,000 feet. We moved from Hanoi down to Ho Chi Minh, and again, if you get a chance to go there, Ho Chi Minh is formerly known as Saigon, get yourself there. Also get yourself out of the Cu Chi tunnels. The Cu Chi tunnels was outside the city as well. That was a challenge for me. I did it, I got there, but there were points where, when we were in the taxi heading out there, where I was like, right, okay, this is yeah, this is going to be difficult. But I used my clever rectangle. I literally played games the whole way there. When I got there, I was fine. Yeah, Coochie Tunnels is amazing. I'm so glad I've been there. Amazing and brutal. The Coochie people were incredibly resourceful for what they had and incredibly vicious as well, as you would be if you were defending your land, I suppose. Carl finally came out.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Okay, the same way you go in.
There he is.
Of a tunnel. What else do you think I meant? Some of the traps they had were vicious. Just have a look at these.
Next one.
When on the someone step on, the other side could be hit the head.
Ooh.
And of course, whilst you're there, they let you have a go on this. That's where I'm at the moment. If you've got any techniques for dealing with anxiety, or if you've been through this before and you had something that really worked, whack them in the comment section below, because I don't know if they'll help me, but they might help someone else who's watching this video in the future. Talking about distractions, you may remember Queenie from last week's video. They have gone through this following process over the week. Sorry, it's mainly Queenie who's done this. Sorry, Bev. They missed their original flight out here, got here a day late. When we flew to Hanoi, Queenie's case didn't make it. Before we even left the house to catch a flight to Hanoi, she forgot her keys, her purse, and her passport.
Yep.
Then she went back and tried to get into the wrong house to get those things. Her case then didn't make it to Hanoi when we went there. She almost left her bag again in the hotel when we were leaving Hanoi to go to Ho Chi Minh. She woke up one morning and put in a set of contact lenses. When she looked across the room and she was looking at me, apparently it was really blurry. She then realised that she put a second pair of contact lenses on the pair of contact lenses she put in the day before, pulled them out and went, "Ooh, I'm wearing two." She tried to get off the flight while still belted into the seat. I think there must have been more, but yeah, that was as far as distractions go. Queenie, you're the best. I swear to God. The brain surgery puns are coming in quite thick and fast at the moment. Whenever I do anything wrong, people keep telling me that it's the brain damage. It's okay, don't worry about it. I seem to be putting things to the back of my mind. I realised this the other day. Once I've had my surgery, when someone says, "Did you miss me?" I can literally say like a hole in the head. Don't forget that down here somewhere there is a subscribe button, and remember, if you care, share, get the word out there, spread the news about Cavernoma. Yeah, and let's land on.
It's just brain damage.
It's just brain damage. It's just simply brain damage. That's all. Let's try and end these on a high note. Something like this.
Sometimes it just blows me away. Take my hat off to it. Sometimes it's just enlightening.
So much hair. It's like he's trying to make up for something.